Started over there, started over here, and we are pretty much good to go. Nice. Welcome to the stream, everybody. I go by the name of Why Not. I'm the greatest crypto rapper of all time. You are watching Crypto Rap Live. This is the best program in crypto, period. Bar none. There's no better program than this. Got my Pump Fund chat. Got my abstract chat. Let me go and find my X chat, and then we can get started. I'm a little tired. If you guys didn't see, earlier this evening, I was live streaming from the ocean. I was literally in the ocean, live streaming. I don't think anybody in crypto has ever done what I did today. It was pretty amazing. We weren't in a yacht or anything. Like a lot of crypto people, they go to the ocean, they're in a yacht. That shit is fucking dumb. Okay, being in a yacht, it's boring. Oh yeah, it's comfortable. Oh yeah, you got to be rich to be in a yacht. But that's just not true, right? You can rent a yacht. You can just be invited onto a yacht. Vast majority of people in crypto, in fact, I would venture to say 100% of people in crypto that you see on a yacht, they have no stake of ownership in the yacht that they're on. They're literally just LARPing. They're pretending to be rich. Okay? Now me, I was out there in a boat that I owned. I was paddling, down and dirty, wet and wild, in the water. Motherfuckers would be up on a yacht, sipping champagne, smoking blunts, whatever. That's boring. I was out there, grinding. And you know what? Real rich motherfuckers will be doing exactly what I'm doing. They don't care about the yacht. It's about life. It's about getting out there and embracing the moment. It's about getting active. It's about embracing nature, you know? Motherfuckers would be on a yacht doing the same shit that they would be doing in their room at home. Me personally, I'm getting out there to live, bro. Financial freedom. It's not about money. It's about ownership. It's about time. It's about doing whatever the fuck you want to do whenever you want to do it. And that's precisely what I did on my stream today. So fuck the yachts. Don't get me wrong. I would like to be on a yacht. But what I did today was way more real. You feel me? It was way more authentic. And it was I think more in line with what actual rich people would be doing. You know, Mark Zuckerberg, Jeff Bezos, they all got big yachts and shit. Big yachts are easy. You know what they do on their big yachts? They take them out somewhere nice and they go kneeboarding. They go paddleboarding. They go surfing. They go skimboarding. They go all this shit. They just do stuff. They live their lives, right? Gainsey, the richest man on Pump Fund. He has all the money in the world. You don't see him on a yacht. He's training Muay Thai. He's going for a swim. He's living. That's what it's about, man. Not no fucking boat. It's about life. So yeah, we're going to be doing a lot of living coming up. That live stream I did today was part 2 in a series of IRL streams. Yesterday I was at the zoo. Today we were out on the water. This is all practice. So I'm going on a multi-month tour. I'm going on a 3-month tour. We're going to hit over 15 cities across the whole country. And for the full duration of that tour, I'm going to be getting active. I'm going to be out in the streets. I'm going to be living life. I'm going to be doing precisely what I did today, but bigger and better every time. With cooler locations, with larger audiences, connecting with crypto industry professionals, connecting with retail, bridging the gap, and creating some incredible and entertaining content. So we've been practicing, we've been ironing out the kinks. Buy the Dip says, how much money does Gainsey have? I'm just curious. Well, on paper it would look like a large sum of money. But his problem is he holds a lot of Ethereum. And people that hold Ethereum, they suffer from a neurosis. They suffer from a parasite of the brain that prevents them from actually making any money. They've decided that holding Ethereum is more important to them than actually making any money. So to ask the question of how much money does Gainsey have, I mean, technically, if you look at his portfolio, he's got a couple $1 million. But realistically, he's an Ethereum holder. And Ethereum holders are doomed to die without making a penny. That's just the rules of the game. They chose that path. Solana holders, they'll make a quick buck and they'll turn it into a BMW M4. Ethereum holders, they'll be praying for 4,000. And they'll be praying for a long time. This is Pump Radio. We're live right now. If you would like to jump on your stream and talk about your project, you're more than welcome. Respect, thanks for the invite, but I don't know if you can see this, bro. I'm on my shit right now. Why would I go over to your shit? I'm on my shit right now, bro. How about you guys come over here? You can interview me live on my stream. Come on. Be real. I respect the invite. I might see y'all over there eventually, but bro, I'm doing my thing. Let me do my thing. Come on. That shit doesn't even make any sense. I respect. But yeah. We're rocking and rolling. Nah, you're good, bro. No need to apologize. Chill? Chill? You asking me to fucking chill? You coming over to my stream? You asking me to go over to your stream? You're trying to hijack my audience? Hijack my program? You're telling me to chill? Alright, I'll chill. I'm chill. Let's look around. What's going on in the market today anyways? Let's look at some coins. Yeah. I'll be right back, chat. Next fuck? Your name is Next Fuck? Welcome to the chat, Next Fuck. That's like the most pump fun name that I've ever heard, honestly. Let's look at some coins. Let's look at some coins on Pump Fun. We'll start with Mask. Mask got to be up here, right? Let's just go through and look through all of the top trending tokens on Pump Fun right now and see what's going on with them. So first we got Bigfoot Vlogs. Bigfoot Vlogs had a little bit of a run today. Zoom out. Nice little candle there. I'm not going to lie, that whole shit is pretty much... Was this today? No. Okay. This shit's been on kind of a downward trajectory, if I'm being real. But yesterday... around here somewhere, I would imagine. Let's go 5 minute on this. Was it down here? Somewhere in here, one of these green candles. The Pump Fun team tweeted a video that was kind of like a Bigfoot vlog. It wasn't exactly a Bigfoot vlog because technically it was a gorilla and not Bigfoot. But that, I think, got the market riled up and made people want to jump in. And that caused a little bit of motion on this chart. Since then, it's retraced quite heavily. Seems like a lot of people have sold on it. 3 million at the top. Now we're a little under 1 million. It's a decent narrative in the sense that this is a popular meme and it seems to only be getting more popular as time goes on. It's taken over TikTok. It's taken over Instagram. You're starting to see it a little bit more on X. But I don't know. I'm not really optimistic about this long term. We've seen good memes on chain before, right? And good memes on chain can run for a little bit, but it really takes a solid community and a solid team to be the difference between a good meme on chain and a good project. You feel me? So like we saw Italian Brain Rot, and I don't even think Italian Brain Rot is doing that well nowadays. Let's see, Italian Brain Rot. Well, it's 3.5 million, which is fine. Let's go all time on this. But if you look at the chart, this thing used to be at 15 mil, and then it's absolutely just collapsed. Where's the motion on this? People just ran away to the next big thing. There was no cult factor. There was no strong community. There was no dialed-in team. They just capitalized on a good meme. They put it on chain. It ran up a little bit, but where's it at now? I just don't think it's viable anymore. You feel me? Maybe it'll recover generously, but honestly, this seems like it's on a slow path to death. Bigfoot Vlog, I feel the same way. Like, I don't know, 750K is such a low drop for this. It's kind of a dime a dozen to find a good meme narrative. And yeah, this is definitely the flavor of the month. But flavor of the month doesn't make a long-term project. $500 million piece of paper. This is a piece of paper that is worth $500 million. Why is this a higher market cap than my coin right now? That kind of makes me pissed. Why did this peak at 2.6 million? Are we fucking serious, chat? This little post-it note, you guys took that shit to 3 million, but my token, you guys won't take that shit up to 1 million? Are we fucking serious, chat? Why do I even do what I do? Why am I even here right now streaming for y'all? Clearly, you guys don't even value me as much as a fucking post-it note. You know what? You motherfuckers. You motherfuckers. I'm pissed. I'm fucking pissed. I'm fucking pissed. You know what? How you like me now, huh? How you like me now? Now you guys want to take me up to 1 million? You stupid motherfuckers. Now you guys want to take me up to 1 million. Man, you guys are full of shit. I swear. You guys are full of shit. Can't stand this fucking bullshit community. Buy the Dip says only 4 people watching. I'm live all over the place right now, bro. I'm live on Pump Fun, I'm live on X, I'm live on YouTube, and I'm live on Abstract. It's not only 4 people watching. Let's see what's next. Costco. This one's been getting a lot of motion recently. But unfortunately, it's all in the wrong direction. Let's zoom out on this a little bit. Shit was at $5 million. Since then, it's collapsed all the way down to 1 million. Not a good day for meme coins, honestly. I mean, Sundays, I like to say this, Sundays historically are not the best days in the market for like seeing positive motion on charts. But this one kind of hurts a little bit because a lot of people were talking about this. And if I'm not wrong, wasn't there a Matt Fury connection? Yeah, there was a Matt Fury connection here. But I think there's a lesson to be learned here, right? Matt Fury as a narrative works exceedingly well on the Ethereum blockchain. But not all blockchains are the same. Not just technologically, but culturally. There are stark cultural differences between blockchains. And one such difference is Ethereum loves Matt Fury. Solana flirts with Matt Fury. If you get a good Matt Fury narrative on Ethereum, it's going to go straight to the moon and it's going to stay there. I mean, just look at Pepe, a multi-billion-dollar project coming out of Matt Fury. On Solana, you could put a Matt Fury coin on there, and sure, it might run a little bit, but that's about all it's going to do. There's not going to be any significant staying power. There's not been a single Matt Fury narrative on Solana with longevity. I prove me wrong if you guys have an example, but the sheer truth, the unfortunate reality is Matt Fury works way better on Ethereum than it does on Solana, and I think that effect is in play right here. You can see it on this chart right here. If this was, you know, a well-intentioned, decent team, fine community Ethereum play, we probably would have seen a lot of motion on this chart to the tune of multi-million. I mean, it did do multi-million, but I'm talking like 50 million. This thing is down in the dumps. I'm not sure it's going to recover. Solana just doesn't care about Matt Fury. You know what Solana does care about? The most stupid fucking narratives you've ever seen in your life. Here's Chill House. Downright one of the most stupid fucking narratives I've ever seen in my life. What happens when you take 2 trending coins, smack them together with very little external thought, and just make the most brainless derivative of a derivative play in the world? You get Chill House. Somebody really sat down, probably somebody, and I'm not saying this to be rude, but it's probably the reality. Somebody in Nigeria, somebody in the Philippines, somebody in Indonesia. These are people on the cutting edge of the blockchain. These are people who live blockchain culture in their society. I mean this 110%. They are ahead of us in the United States. We're behind in blockchain culture. We don't do enough chain integration. Those people out there in those countries, they live and breathe blockchain. So somewhere in one of those countries, somebody sat down and they deploy 1,000 tokens a day. And one of those 1,000 tokens a day was Chillhouse. They really just sat there and mindlessly were like, oh, what happens if you take Chill Guy and Housecoin and you put them together? But the thing is, on Solana, people are fucking dumb as a rock, and they will buy anything. They just don't want to put any thought into it. So they bought this. They bought Chillhouse. For whatever reason, they continued to buy it. And so every time it's dipped, it's actually shredded upwards. And this is one of the best looking charts in the game right now. And it's miserable. It's so fucking miserable. Like in the past few days, it's been doing great. But this is Chillhouse, one of the stupidest fucking coins of all time. I swear, whenever something like this moons, it makes me feel sidelined. Not sidelined in my bag, but sidelined in my brain power. It makes me feel like my intellect is just out of the realm of the market. That the market is so low IQ that I don't understand it. This is something that evaded me. Maybe it's a mid-curve, but honestly, with Chillhouse, it's gotta be the farthest left portion of the curve. This is simply the dumbest shit I've ever seen on chain, and sometimes on Solana, that works really well. Take Rismus, for example. Rismus. They made Christmas with Riz. Truly one of the most miserable, brain-on-backwards, stupid fucking narratives that I've ever heard of, and it did 80 million. I don't know if it's retail, I don't know if it's... I really don't know what it is, but sometimes on Solana, people buy ridiculous nonsense. And this is a case of people buying ridiculous nonsense. I can't even fade it. It's fucking way higher market cap than I thought it should be, and it's still going up. So it's like, I don't know. I guess I just don't have a read. Am I unk? Like, am I washed? I don't know. This is the reason why people that trade Ethereum can't make any money on Solana, because they never, ever, ever would anticipate that that project would be successful, and lo and behold, here we are. So here is PVE, President versus Elon, shredded up to 8 million. This has to be one of the worst rug pulls I've seen in recent history. Again, here you see a problem of culture on Solana. I mean, it's not a chain-wide culture issue, but it's just a phenomenon that I think is worth taking note of. Whenever there's a big narrative, like a big event in the news, for example, a headline that seems like it would make a good token, people are going to make 100 tokens about that headline, and some of them are going to be very successful, but none of them are going to last longer than a week. In fact, most of them are not even going to last longer than a day. And that's exactly what we got here. You got a shocking headline, a spike up to 8 million market cap. Everybody was looking to get in on this new trend, but this is just the gnarliest pump and dump you've ever seen. Even the puny little attempt at rallying here just got shoved down into the dirt twice. You're looking at just so much sell pressure. Nobody wants to hold this anymore. It's like buying a newspaper. When you buy a newspaper, it's useless the next day because there's a new newspaper. So this is like a newspaper coin. You bought some shit, and then the next day it wasn't worth anything. Congratulations. If you got in early, congrats. But if you thought that it was going to have some longevity, you might as well go buy Chillhouse, you fucking dummy. Here's Bob the Blob. Another immaculate example of me just totally misunderstanding the market and just not getting why the fuck the worst narrative that you've ever seen in your life has motion. What is happening here, chat? What are we doing here? These are the coins that make me sit back and think maybe cryptocurrency isn't the next revolutionary technology. Maybe it is just the equivalent of taking a caveman and giving him the internet. Bob the Blob? The description on the token is literally, That's got to be the only thing going through the mind of people that buy this token. If you buy this shit, fuck you. Seriously. That's some nonsense. Alright, Moonpig. Now, Moonpig was only popular because a guy lost $100 million for rugging this. The guy lost $100 million and he rugged this. It was like a double whammy play of just worst shit you've ever seen. The narrative was dumb. It was an insider play, cabal shit. A guy rugged it, and then he lost $100 million after rugging it. Why is this still around right now? Like, all I can hope is that all of the volume is in sell pressure, because this is miserable. If people are holding this and they think it's going to recover, go buy Bob the Blob, you motherfucker. Jesus Christ. Moonpig, terrible, terrible, terrible. Cat with mask. Finally, a narrative that makes some fucking sense, am I right? Finally, a narrative for people that have brains on their shoulders. Cat with mask. Now this I can get behind. I don't know if you guys have seen, but Cat with Mask is literally the strongest community in crypto right now. Anything they touch turns to gold, meaning impressions. Just hundreds of likes, hundreds of reposts, bookmarks, shares, comments. You post anything Mask, and they will raid you with the force of 1,000 suns. And some big fish have taken notice of that. Binance posted them, Kraken posted them. Everybody is doing these subtle tweets, these like sub-tweets where they post something with a mask on it. And that's a great sign for a narrative. That shows the strength of the culture, shows the strength of the community, and they've just been doing an immaculate job running the show over here at Cat with Mask. Of all of the coins that we've just looked at, literally out of every single coin that we just looked at on the top trending here, the only one that I think is actually worth investing in, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So the 1 out of 8 that I think is actually decent is Cat with Mask. That's the only one. If you're holding Moonpig, Blob, PVE, Chillhouse, Costco, Paper, or Bigfoot, I don't go. Just how was your lobotomy? But if you hold Cat with Mask, you're a true gentleman. Labubu. I like Labubu. It's a good narrative in my opinion. They're capitalizing on what is literally one of the biggest cultural phenomenons in the world right now. Labubu has some strength and some staying power because it is so big off-chain. I mean, PopMart is like the biggest thing in the world. They're doing billions in revenue, and the Labubu is the center of that. Normies can't get enough of Labubu. So any normie that comes on chain is going to see Labubu and think, oh, nice, I want to buy this. And that's good to see. We're expecting a wave of retail pretty soon. And when that wave of retail comes, I think Labubu is going to be pretty poised to capitalize on that. Now, that's if they could keep up the good work. This recent price action on the chart is a little bit miserable. The drop from 70 mil down to 20 mil is a little bit rocky. I don't know if there's a team there or if it's just community and hype and all that. But if there is a team, they got to get their act together and figure out how they're picking this up off the ground. I want to see this be successful. But yeah, it's going to be dependent on a lot of external factors. Shout out to Labubu, though. I think it's actually a decent narrative. Housecoin. I don't understand. Wait. Am I tripping? What's happening here? I'm really confused. Why does the chart look like this? It's like a bug? Huh. The chart's bugged out. Is this the real Housecoin? It is, isn't it? Is the real Housecoin actually as low as 28 million? Let's go and look on DexScreen. If it's as low as 28 million, that's kind of disappointing, honestly. Wow. Ansem, bro. Ansem. You told us all to buy this shit, Ansem. Shit's gone down 80%. What's good? Big Z, what's good? Come on. I expected better from him. But whatever. I guess anyone can be bought. And At 28 million, I would rather buy Chill House than fucking Housecoin. Honestly, at this rate, fucking Chill House is gonna flip Housecoin. Italian brain rot we already looked at. Let's look at Troll. Whoa, is this real? Wait. God Candle? Okay, yeah, that's more like it. Decent looking chart here. I know for a fact that the Troll team is putting work in. I know that they have a really strong community. I've seen their efforts, especially like TikTok, right? I came from TikTok originally. And TikTok is a pretty important battleground for cryptocurrency, even though a lot of people don't respect it because it's not crypto Twitter. But it is very important for building your community, for getting some long-term holders, and for drumming up some energy in your project. And Troll's TikTok game is really, really impressive. Now, I met this homie, Fluffy, the other day when we were out and about when I was shooting with Rasmer. And he's an awesome guy. And he staked his whole brand around Troll, at least getting started. And I think there was a reason for that. And I think he's smart to do that. Troll has had a very powerful community energy. And it's done great, the chart. And the team is really fantastic. So top to bottom, I think it's a great project. It's a decent meme, right? Like everybody knows the Troll meme, or the Troll face rather. So that part, you know, it's not necessarily clever, it's not necessarily strong, but it is recognizable, and that's pretty important. So shout out to Troll. Well, that was pretty much everything. We looked at everything. How long have I been streaming for over here? 26 minutes? That's short? It's felt like forever. Well, if you want a coin with some real motion, why not? Now we're talking. Look at that chart. Oh, wow. What an upward trajectory. That's what we like to see. That 100K and climbing. The greatest crypto rapper of all time, on chain. Let's look at PBTC. I heard they had a pretty gnarly retrace today. I'm curious about what that's about. Low-key, they did have kind of a gnarly retrace. 6.5 mil down from 10 mil almost. 5 mil at the lowest. That was a heavy dip. I wonder who was responsible for that. $18K is a lot of money, honestly. 12K is also a lot of money. Big P&Ls on PBTC. I wonder if that happened before or after. It's a great candle here because it really did almost pass their day one all-time high. I think the thesis remains the same. PBTC is the Bitcoin of the Solana. Solana is the chain that's built for memes, and Bitcoin's the biggest meme in the world. And I'm optimistic that they're going to continue to perform because, again, it's got the trifecta. Great narrative, great team, and great community. I think their website really speaks for itself. If you guys ever check out their website, it is top quality. Like it's literally better than some layer 1 blockchains websites. You go on here, like whoever their front end guy is was super cracked. They got the live tracks, they got the team, they got the roadmap, etc., etc. Looks good. Maybe just because I'm a fan of the color purple, but what they've accomplished over there is really impressive, and I expect to see them continue to perform. Anything going on Axiom? Anything new popping off recently? Imagine having a 3,000 market cap coin with 300,000 volume. That is disgusting. A lot of coins about the Los Angeles protests. Look, chat, I just said it earlier on this stream, but those are headlines. Those are newspaper coins. You buy a newspaper, the next day it doesn't have any value because some other news came. Same thing is true here. These are not long-term plays. These aren't made to hold. They're not built to last. They literally are just passing headlines. And as soon as it's over, it's over. There's going to be no looking back. So I wouldn't give too much credence to a coin like that. I wouldn't pay too much attention to coins like that. I really don't think they're going to be successful. And sure, you might make a quick play, you might get a little bit of money, but most of them are going to be made by developers that are exploiting the current moment, developers that are just looking to farm based on the hype. And so vast majority of them are going to rug, you're going to get burned, and it's just not worth it in my opinion. It's really just not worth it. There has to be better opportunities in the market elsewhere. We just looked at a bunch of really killer coins, some of them at relatively low entry prices, and they're going to do better long term. So I wish people would stop chasing nonsense, chasing headlines, chasing bullshit coins, and start settling down a little bit and believing in something. Because it's not just about the money, although you do make more money by settling down and believing in something. It's about the game. Crypto is at its best when you're involved in a community that actually gives a shit, when you actually give a shit, when you're fighting for a narrative that you actually care about and believe in and want to see proliferated. And literally, the game is so different when you're doing that versus when you're just chasing coins. Chasing coins is miserable. You get burned here, you make a little there, you get burned there. And it's like, bro, what are you doing? Wasting your time, running in circles, desperate to find a good play. Slow down a little bit. Find something that actually makes sense. Find something that you get excited about. Find something that you can connect and bond with others over. When you play a role in a community, when you fight for your bags, when you're actually working towards a common goal with others, that feels so much better. It feels infinitely better than just chasing some random bullshit. Straight up. And until you have that moment, until you realize it, find a community like Mask or like PBTC. You don't care what the price is when you find that. When you find that, you're willing to sit on a coin through any price action because you actually just care about the narrative. And when that happens, that's when you survive the 80% retraces and climb the times 1000s. Shiba, Pepe, Doge, you name it. They all had heavy retraces. They all had moments where people got shaken out. But the high conviction long-term holders, fuck it, even Bitcoin had those moments. The high conviction long-term holders were rewarded every single time. Like SPX 6900 says, stop trading. Believe in something. Next fuck says, get a crypto office. What does that mean? I'm in my crypto office. What is a crypto office? When I was at Solana Accelerate, I went to the Solana headquarters, and they've got like a 4-story office space on the Lower East Side. It was dope, but it was boring. Everybody was in there just working and shit, and on their laptops and shit. And yeah, it's like cracked devs, and they're building the future of the blockchain and everything, but fuck a crypto office, bro. I'm a crypto rapper. I need a crypto studio. And I'm coming to you live from the studio now in Los Angeles. I'd much rather be here than in some fucking office. I'm the meta state? Alright, this guy is schizophrenic. That sentence just didn't make any sense, bro. I'm the meta state? Respect. Respect. Jeez, the candle on this is wrecked. Digital. Okay. This guy must be rolling at least 5 grams of mushrooms right now. He's literally just saying words. Oh, get a crypto office in the digital meta state. I'm not gonna lie. One thing that I do want to do eventually, hopefully sooner rather than later, before the end of the year, maybe after I go on my USA tour, I want to get a VR headset and I want to start doing crypto content in the metaverse for sure. Like, I want to start walking up to people on VR chat and being like, do you guys trade meme coins? Buy Why Not on Solana. If I can do that, I think it would be pretty hilarious. By the way, chat, did you guys see? I was out on the ocean today. Let me show you guys this. I'm gonna show it to you from my phone, I guess. I was out in the ocean today filming a video, and it was so much fun. The day 2 of the vlog. You're probably not going to hear this very well, but look at this. Welcome to day 2 of Why Not IRL streams. We were at the zoo yesterday, and today we're going for a quick little paddle. Show them the boat. No, not the little ones. Yeah, that one. So that's my super yacht, the Ionian. Sure. And in these trenches, you really got to dive in and get wet and wild. People often talk about liquidity, okay? Liquidity pools, liquidity pairs, but they don't talk about the liquidity ocean. Whales in this industry, they need a lot of space to get around. A pool is not big enough for a whale. I mean, I have a pretty big pool, but a whale won't fit in it. Should I shield to this boat, chat? Why not on Solana? YNOT! Buy Why Not on Solana. It's a meme coin. Look, there's a party bus going by us. Buy Why Not? Why not on Solana? You guys buy meme coins. Why not on Solana? YNOT. You have never seen a crypto influencer on a boat. Nope. Well, you've probably seen them on a boat, but not like this. Not with the fucking paddle, not in the water, not wet and wild. I can't show to them. They're going too fast. Why not? They heard me. I don't want jet ski riders to invest. Jet ski riders are broke. They're just LARPing. Are we ready, chat? Are we ready? Hello, hello! Good to see you all. It's a nice boat. Buy Why Not on Solana. Why not on Solana? YNOT. It's a meme coin. You'll own the boat. You don't have to worry about riding it. Why not on Solana? I'll see you guys there. Take care. Have a good day. This is the first time that's ever been done in crypto history. Excuse me. Multi-millionaire. If you can hear me, buy Why Not on Solana. The Solana blockchain, YNOT. You got a lot of money. If you want some more, YNOT on Solana. Thank you. That's it. Welcome to day. So that was day 2 of our IRL vlogs. I think the video, this little clip video I made, turned out really good. I'm gonna upload it tomorrow morning. It was epic. It was so much fun to be out there. I think we got a lot of hilarious moments. I streamed live the whole time. We were out there for about an hour. And like I said when I started the stream, this is just the beginning, right? My goal is to become the first ever DeFi native superstar. I want to be the best crypto streamer of all time. I want to be the best crypto content creator of all time. I want to transcend Web3. I want to reach retail audiences. I want to make some shit that's genuinely funny, genuinely interesting, and that people actually enjoy watching. And it's going to take some time to get there, I think. But the more we put ourselves out there, the more interesting situations we jump into, and the more effort we put in, and stopping, thinking, innovating, it's just going to get better and better. And so for the next 3 months, I'm diving in head first. We're going fully intensive. I'm going on an entire country tour. I'm going across the United States. We're going to be visiting over 15 major cities. And the whole time, I'm going to be performing concerts. I'm going to be streaming. I'm going to be doing IRL content. I'm going to be recording some stuff. I'm going to be talking to people, both industry professionals and also retail investors. And we're just going to do it for 3 months. We're going to be going all gas, no brakes, around the country, spreading the good word. Crypto Rap Live on tour. Why Not on tour. It's going to be so epic, so much fun, and by the end of it, I have no doubt that we're going to have so many viral clips, so many viral moments, an incredible community built up under us. We're going to accomplish all the goals that I just mentioned. We're going to onboard the next generation of retail. We're going to shift crypto culture. We're going to do stuff that nobody's ever done before, and by the end of it all, I'm going to be recognized as one of the greats, one of the top crypto KOLs, crypto influencers in the game. So yeah, keep an eye out because I'm going to keep giving it my all, keep putting in my 110%, and I think eventually it's going to work. We're going to find our way, and we're going to change the course of, not just crypto, we're going to change the course of humanity forever. We're going to teach people that this is something that they can do, even if they don't have any experience, and that the path to financial freedom opens up in front of them. Why not to 1 million, says Stud Dinu. Yeah, why not to 1 million? I really hope so. Like, I don't really care about the price, although the price has been pretty good. 100K floor, nonstop since launch. I think that's a testament to people actually believing in me, right? That they understand what's happening here is just the beginning, and that sure it's a slow cook, sure there might be stuff flying up faster than my coin, but by the time my shit is up there, it's going to be too late for people. People that don't already have their positions loaded, people that don't already sit on a bag comfortably, they're going to be in a bad place. They're going to realize that they got priced out super quick. This is one of those projects, I'm really grateful to say, that you can sleep comfortably on your bag. That we've really held this floor so solid for such a long time. There's a lot of big whales watching the coin. A lot of people know what I'm up to and are optimistic about the future here. And there's not a lot of coins in the industry right now that you could just sit on and comfortably have your bag. I mean, if you were scaling in at 100K or lower since the coin launched, I don't think you would have been in a bad spot at any point in the whole coin's history. And at this point, we're about to wrap up our second week. And that's really important. It's really important because this is an industry where you can get burned quick. But if you believe in something, like I said earlier, you can find some magic happen. So definitely why not to 1 million? I mean, you saw me shill it to a multi-millionaire on his big expensive yacht. You saw me shill it to a corporate party on their sailboat. You saw me shill it to a bunch of normies on a small thing. But yeah, Stude says, I am one solid holder here. Not the biggest one, but love it now like Mask. You know what? I really appreciate that. And the Mask thing, I want to talk about that too, right? Mask is one of the strongest communities in crypto. They show up by the hundreds of thousands. And I made the songs for Mask. I'm going to keep making songs for other projects. And that's an important thing to note here too. You came here for Mask. Other people came here for Mask to Why Not, because you understood that it was a collaborative effort. And I put my ticker, I put my contract address in all the posts related to Why Not X Mask. And I'm going to keep doing that for a bunch of other projects. I mean, I've made hundreds of songs. I've worked with some of the biggest projects in the industry and just continue expanding on that front. And so as we connect with these other projects, we're going to get a couple more holders here, a couple more holders there, and eventually we're going to have a super solid, super well-rounded community of the champions from some of the best projects in crypto as more and more projects, you know, explode and get some connection and get some traction and have some strength to it. I'm going to be right there to capitalize on that. I'm going to keep doing Why Not X, you know, penis jockey or whatever the next famous coin's going to be. We're going to rock and roll until the wheels fall off. When Why Not rap song, did I miss it? So the first song I ever made in cryptocurrency was actually a Why Not rap song. And this was like 5 years ago. But I'm going to do another one pretty soon about this token. It's not my priority, although maybe it should be. My priority is working with other projects. Because if I make the Why Not rap, that's good. You guys as holders are satisfied. But for example, when I made the Mask rap, I reached literally thousands of new potential investors. And that's kind of the long game. That's how you win the long game, is reaching outside of your community, right? So I could do the Why Not song. It would be like a musical masturbation. But I think it's more effective to create songs for other projects and do that outreach and that networking. Next says, let's collab. Sure. I don't know what you mean by that, but I'm down. Why not crypto office? You know. We're going to be in the crypto office, bro. I'm going to be here with my VR headset on, typing away on the multi-screen. It's going to be dope. We'll have a crypto office before the end of the year, bro. Don't even trip. It's going to be the top floor, the penthouse of a cyberpunk tower. We got Comify. Are we serious, bro? People just put anything on chain. People just put any nonsense on chain. Yeah, nothing really going on, but I think this week's going to be pretty big, right? We had the retrace, the downtrend recently from the Elon Trump beef. That's since been solved. Elon has deleted his tweet accusing Trump of being on the Epstein list, for example. And I think that gives us a little more certainty in the market as long as they quash their beef. There's been a couple of events around the Los Angeles protests, for example. It's another thing that's been catching a lot of news. None of it is particularly economic. I think it's a lot of distraction game. But keep an eye out for this week. I think we'll end up recovering pretty generously. I mean, Solana's at fucking 150 right now. Bitcoin's at 10500K. And that's fine, but it's not where we were. XRP at 220. It's fine, but it's not where we were. I really think we have some room for growth. People are optimistic about the rest of the year. They think that we're going to continue to surge going through summer and that we're going to see all-time highs in Q4 of this year. If that's true, then we're going to have to start seeing some run-ups pretty soon. At least I'm waiting for them. I know everyone else is. And if we get those, hopefully the meme market surges a little bit. I'm really optimistic about the Pump Fund launch. The Pump Fund token launch is, I think, going to do a lot of good for the ecosystem. It's going to bring a lot of retail over. And that's what we need. More active crypto participants. That's how we get more hard-hitting, super powerful, high-population communities like Mask and other dope projects. So I'm excited for the next few weeks. I think it'll be a good few weeks. But be safe, be smart. Don't go jumping into any bullshit. Try to trade with conviction and to find stuff you actually believe in. Pick up a little bag of Why Not and sleep comfortably on it. Not financial advice. But yeah. Ticker is YNOT. Thank you so much for tuning in, everybody. I'm pretty tired and I'm gonna go to sleep. It's like 2 a.m. over here. We streamed from the ocean today. We streamed from the zoo yesterday. Who knows what we're gonna do tomorrow? This has been a Crypto Rap exclusive. I've been your host, Why Not? I'm the greatest crypto rapper of all time. I'm gonna see you guys tomorrow. I'm not gonna lie. I missed Gainsey's stream today, and I'm kind of depressed. I missed talking to Orangey. I think it would have been hilarious. But also, I'm someone who believes that everything happens for a reason. And if I had talked to Orangey on the stream, odds are I would have said something to piss him off, and then I never would have been invited to the LA Vape Cabal. As it stands, I still have a good relationship with Orangey, even though he doesn't know who I am. And that means I have a chance to be invited to the LA Vape Cabal, guys. So pray for me. Pray I stay in good standings with Orangey the GOAT. Alright, this has been a Crypto Rap exclusive. God bless you. God bless your portfolio. Have a great week. Hopefully the market does a little bit better. Sweet dreams to those of you who are going to sleep. Good morning to those of you on the other side of the world. Keep an eye out because the Crypto Rap Live tour is starting, I think, as early as this week. So keep an eye out because we're going to start posting a lot of content about it. Like the tour dates and the posters and what cities we're going to and all that stuff. It's going to be a good time. Peace out, y'all. Thanks for tuning in. It's been a pleasure to have you. Let me turn off this shit. Keep an eye out for tomorrow morning when the Why Not Ocean stream clips drop. I think you guys are going to think they're funny. I mean, you already watched them on the stream. You already think they're funny. Goodbye. Do 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 do. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Stop live stream.